I'ma need some whiskey glasses, 'cause I don't wanna see the truth. Chasing you like a shot of whiskey 7 summers ago. Yeah, but all I brought back with me was some sand in my boots.
Morgan Wallen is breaking records left, right and centre all across the United States. As of about now, his Dangerous, the double album, leads Billboard's top country albums for a record-breaking 70 weeks. That is crazy. It has well surpassed the 50-week commands logged by Luke Combs's This One's For You and Shania Twain's Come On Over. Shania Twain's Come On Over was huge, so it just goes to show Morgan Wallen is doing something right, though I don't quite know what it is, and it's got everybody hooked. Dangerous blasted in at number 1 on the top country albums chart with 265,000 units. That marked the biggest week for a country album since Carrie Underwood's Cry Pretty, which was released in 2018 at 266,000 units. It also spent 10 consecutive weeks on top of the Billboard 200 chart. It then topped the 2021 Billboard Albums Year-End chart with 4.1 million units sold. However, despite all this success, my friends who like country music here, they have not heard of Morgan Wallen. My friends listen to country radio predominantly, that's where they hear all the artists that they know of, so why have they not heard of Morgan Wallen? Surely he's being played somewhere in the UK, given his success in the US. I first heard Morgan Wallen's Chasing You and Whiskey Glasses on what was then Country Hits Radio, which was the UK's first official country radio station. After hearing him, I started listening to his other music, and at the time there was a lot available, as Dangerous had literally just been released a couple of weeks before. Less than a month later, Morgan Wallen was removed from country radio in the US, and the UK followed suit. In the US, 4 months later in June, Morgan's music ban slowly lifted, and US country radio started to play his music again, slowly and subtly. A year later, now he's huge. He's topping the charts. He's a record breaker. So why is he still not known here? So I decided to do a bit of digging. I don't listen to the radio much. I tend to make my own playlists. I like discovering artists by watching Grady Smith on YouTube or Country Central on Instagram. That's how I discover new artists, and then I put them on a playlist. So I did a bit of digging as to what is being played on country radio at the moment. So I looked up the entire last month of scheduling by Absolute Radio Country, which is a new name of Country Hits Radio. Between the 17th of July and 16th of August, up to 9 PM, they filled 9,185 song slots. That's around 300 songs a day. Obviously, Carrie Underwood, Luke Combs and Keith Urban take a large percentage of that. Over 200 slots each. That's about 6 plays a day. Then in the next category, we've got our B team. We've got Kelsey Ballerini, Brad Paisley, Dustin Lynch, Sam Hunt. They have somewhere over 100 slots each. So that's about 3 plays a day. Then we come to Morgan. So those big hitters have taken around 10% of the airtime. So there's still 90% of airtime left to take by Morgan. So how many slots has Morgan filled? Morgan gets 25 slots. Oh, sorry, wait, no, that's Morgan Evans. The other Morgan, 90 slots. Oh wait, no, that's Morgan Wade. Morgan Wallen was played a grand total of 0 times. US country radio may have forgiven Morgan Wallen, but in the UK, it seems like he's still cancelled. So, let's do more of a dive. The Dangerous album first charted in the UK album charts on the 15th of January and shot up to the top. This is in the country charts. It knocked Chris Stapleton's 2 albums and Luke Combs off the top spot. Country radio was playing him, as I distinctly remember thinking, wow, this song has been on loads, who is this? Turns out it was Morgan Wallen being played throughout the day. It spent 6 weeks at the top spot until Florida Georgia Line and Chris Stapleton knocked him down to 3rd. Today, Dangerous is still in the top 20 country albums in the UK, and it's been in the top 20 for 60 weeks. So given the 83 weeks it's been since it's released, for any other artist, that's a very, very good result. However, Notice the plunge from top spot straight down. Now, is this plunge because the album was just a flash in the pan? Let's compare. In the US, Dangerous has been number 1 in the country album for 70 weeks. 70. It's also been in the charts for 83 weeks. That's since the beginning. It's not left the charts since it was released. It was also number 1 in the overall album chart for 10 weeks. So given the success of Chris Stapleton and Luke Combs in the US and the success they've seen spread into the UK, I'm surprised Morgan has not seen similar success in the UK. So why, 83 weeks into Dangerous, is it just flitting in and out of the top 20 country charts in the UK when Traveller has been solidly in the top 10? I have 2 theories and 2 recommendations. First, did I mention Chris Stapleton is one of the artists getting 100 plays a month on country radio here? That is 3 plays a day. Every day, Chris's soulful voice, captivating melodies, and beautiful harmonies is reminding us of his existence. We hear that run in Tennessee Whiskey.
You're as warm as a glass of brandy.
And we just want to listen to it again and again and again. So, what happens if an artist isn't played regularly on the radio? Easy, they're forgotten about. Therefore, to Absolute Country Radio, start playing Morgan Wallen again. It's time. He's been punished, he's been cancelled, he's been snubbed and ostracised. I don't think Jesus does it that way. Morgan gave a sincere apology, so let's just pioneer forgiveness culture, shall we? Absolute Country Radio is responsible for a lot of music that is coming into people's ears across the UK. I was so excited when there was finally going to be a country radio station here in the UK. And it's amazing now the change in my own office. When I first started working there in 2019, nobody liked country music apart from me. But now I can walk into the office and they will have country music on because they like it too now. What annoys me about Absolute Country Radio is that they're depriving the UK of Morgan Wallen. Yes, he did something really stupid, but he's done his time. His music is good, his songs are amazing, his lyrics are phenomenal. Absolute Country Radio, this is for you. Start playing Morgan again. Thank you. Now, number 2, the artists that are played on UK radio have mostly toured in the UK too. Out of the 9 artists I mentioned earlier, all 9 have performed at the Country to Country Festival in London. Does Morgan need to be played loads on the radio for Country to Country to invite him? Or does Morgan need to be invited to be played at Country to Country before the radio will play him again? Maybe Country to Country is refusing to book Morgan Wallen. Maybe they're in cahoots with Absolute Country Radio. Maybe together they're depriving the UK of him. But maybe he's just not been available. Since January 2021, there's only been 1 Country to Country festival, which was in the works since 2019. So perhaps, I hope, Morgan is now on the list of artists that they want to perform. So my recommendation to Country is book Morgan Wallen. You won't regret it. My recommendation to you, Morgan Wallen, is to accept. If any country artist wants to break into the UK, all you need to do is come and perform. The UK country fan base is growing exponentially, and all you need to do is show that you're invested in your UK fans. So to sum up, Absolute Country Radio, get your act together, start playing Morgan Wallen again, and then Country to Country, let's book Morgan Wallen and get him to the UK. So what are we waiting for? Let's do this.